Hey Hoopers! This is the video for the breaking down of the two-handed isolation. And I'm just going to combine that one since it's short with this inside tracing that allows us to go from a two-handed isolation position really kind of smoothly, sleekly into that position for a smear or a barrel roll, either front or back. So let's get started. Alright, so as we discussed, part of the point of an isolation, or kind of what that means, is that you're moving the hoop in a way that isolates that circular shape. You're keeping the hoop in exactly the same shape and position, even though you're moving the hoop around. Your circular shape should stay the same. Hopefully I'm doing kind of a good enough job of that for you to see. And part of the challenge is to keep it in that circle. But initially, I think the first hurdle to get over is getting those grip switches down. So I'm actually going to turn around so you can see what's happening and be able to kind of mirror it. So if I'm going around clockwise, so leading with I'm starting with my hands at the base of the hoop, palms down, thumb to thumb, inside grip. And I'm starting going to the left, again keeping that shape as best I can, up to the left. Once I get to maybe 9 o'clock, it starts getting awkward for my left hand, maybe 10. So I release that top hand, that left hand, and I kind of continue that rotation with my right hand. And as I move up to the top, I turn my left hand and re-grip, matching my right hand. So palms are now up at the top of the hoop, inside grip, pinky to pinky on the hoop. And then I continue around. Now this time it's getting awkward for my right hand, my bottom hand. So I release that hand, I continue that left hand on, and then re-grip, thumb to thumb, palms facing down, and I'm back where we started. So again, you're going up, that top hand, that left hand releases, kind of continues on, making space to re-grip, pinky to pinky at the top of the hoop. Now my bottom hand, my right hand releases, continuing on, re-gripping thumb to thumb. And then after you get comfortable with that re-gripping, starting really slow, just as slow as you need to make those right hand movements. Some people might have a tendency to do a roll like you might do in an isolation, just cross over. My arms are never crossed. So just keep that in mind. If you're crossing your arms, something's wrong. And then after you get the hoop around, then your goal will be to focus more on keeping it in that circle. So before I go on that, let me do the left, going around the other direction. So going counterclockwise, again, I'm starting with my hands at the base of the hoop, thumb to thumb. I'm going to be leading with my right hand with the pinky, going up along the right side. Now, again, it's still my top hand in the direction that's going to be pulling off. This time it's my right hand. So I pull off, I kind of keep that left hand going, and I'm meeting at the top, pinky to pinky, palms up. I continue that on. Now it's getting awkward for my left hand. So I release that, kind of continue on with my right, re-grip on top, thumb to thumb. So top right hand releases, continue on, re-grip pinky to pinky, bottom left hand releases, continue on, re-grip thumb to thumb. Now in terms of keeping it in that circular motion, a couple things. One is starting really slowly and kind of really trying to trace around in the shape of the hoop. So you really need to have awareness of how big is your hoop? When I'm a smaller hoop, I'm making much smaller circles. It's actually harder for me with this small hoop. Right? here I have, with these big hoops, have a lot of space to cover. So you want to start a position, like for me, I'm kind of starting with my hands almost extended as far down as I can get, because then it'll be easier when I get up here. So going really slowly, really having awareness of the size of the hoop, and just really trying to trace along the shape of the hoop. Another thing that can help is maybe fixing your gaze kind of beyond the hoop, and just having kind of this loose awareness of the shape of the hoop within your field of vision. And then your goal being to keep the shape of that hoop the same within your field of vision. So rather than looking at the hoop itself and trying to keep it going, kind of fixing your gaze somewhere in front of you, kind of through the center of the hoop. Hopefully that helps. Slow it down. Start with tackling your hands and the regripping and all that. Once you get comfortable with that, then work on keeping it in that circular motion. Again, all of that really slowly. And then as you get more comfortable with those things, as you work them into motor memory, then start, quickening it up and having more of a like momentum carrying isolation.